Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we will discuss Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, which is quite in news these days. So it can be part of GS paper 2, which part welfare schemes for the vulnerable sections of population, be it by center or states, and its performance. So today we will discuss this scheme and its salient features. So let us start first of all why this scheme or Yojana is in news. So 2 days back, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana till November end. So it has been extended, which means that it was already in place. So this scheme, it was announced by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on 26th of March, a day after the lockdown was announced. And this scheme was part of the centre's 1.7 lakh crore relief package under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. So this Pmgkay, that is Anna Yojana, it is one of the component of the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, in which many other sections are also covered. For instance, Asha workers, then we have Safai Karamcharis, ward boys, they are also given some cover of I guess 50 lakh rupees. So this Yojana, it is one component or one of the main components of this relief package under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, and it was announced on 26th of March, just a day after lockdown started. So this scheme was intended to end in June, but now the government has decided to extend it, especially because many of the festivals are coming. For instance, Kati Bihu is coming, Onam is coming, then Diwali, Chhat Puja, all of these festivals are coming. And in view of the existing pandemic, the poor sections of the society are unable to get food grains for themselves. So that is the reason the government has decided to extend it, and the central government will spend 90,000 crore more on providing free food to the poor. So basically this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, it is the world's largest food security scheme. That means it aims at ensuring sufficient food to the poor and needy during the coronavirus crisis. Now, how much food grains will the beneficiaries receive? So all the 80 crore beneficiaries under the National Food Security Act, they will receive additional 5 kg of the food grains free. So additional 5 kg of food grains means over and above what they were already getting. So suppose they were already getting 8 kg or 35 kgs at a subsidized rate. Now they will get additional 5 kg of food grains free of cost. So remember, this is additional 5 kgs and free of cost, not at subsidized rate. Along with this, they will also receive 1 kg of dal per month for a period of 3 months. So till now, for 3 months from April to June, the beneficiaries received dal. Okay, that is the pulses. But because milling of pulses, which is polishing of the pulses, and they have to dehusk the pulses and then properly polish it. So all of this process take a lot of time. So due to this reason, milling of pulses has delayed the delivery and distribution of the pulses. So now the government has decided in this extension that they will replace pulses to chana. So dal will be replaced by chana because it is expected to speed up the delivery. Now the food grain allocation, it is done by the Centre's Food Corporation of India, that is FCI. So remember, food grain allocation, it is done by FCI, whereas जो भी states होंगी, the states are responsible for procurement and then distribution by tapping into the fair price shops under the already existing PDS system. PDS is Public Distribution Systems, और उसके अंदर आती है हमारी राशन shops या fair price shops. तो just suppose there is a 5-member household and they require 50 kg of the food grains. So they will now get 50 kg of food grains at rupees 75 per month. Because 25 kg they will get at rupees 3 per kg, right? And 5 kg of food grains are free. That means 5 into 5, 25. That means 25 kgs they will get as free. So if they need 50 kgs, they will get 25 kgs at rupees 3 per kg, which was the existing PDS system, targeted PDS system. And apart from it, now they will get 25 kg of food grains as free, which is part of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. So otherwise, if they would have gone in the open market, it would have costed around 1000 or more for them, and now they are only getting it for rupees 75 a month. So that is why it is the world's largest food security scheme. Now let us see which beneficiaries this scheme is covering. So this new scheme, it rides on the PDS, that is the public distribution system, which is a targeted PDS, that is targeted to certain sections of the society. Now it reaches two kinds of households. जो PDS हमारा already चल रहा था, targeted PDS, it reaches two kinds of household. The first one is the priority household and the second one is the Antyodaya Anna Yojana households. Now, who are the Antyodaya Anna Yojana households? They are the poorest of the BPL section. So remember, Antyodaya Anna Yojana households, they are most vulnerable and they are poorest of the BPL. And they usually get 35 kg of food grains per month per family at the subsidized rate of rupees 3 per kg. Okay, so this was the existing PDS system where Antyodaya Anna Yojana households, which are the poorest of the BPL households, they were getting 35 kg of food grains per month per family at the rate of 3 rupees per kg. Now they will also get additional or double the food grains under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. The second beneficiary is the priority household ration card holders, right? Priority households. Who are these priority households? They generally, under the targeted PDS, they used to get 8 kilograms of rice, out of which 5 kilogram of rice was at subsidized prices, which was at rupees 3 per kg. And 3 kg of rice was at normal rates, that was 15 rupees per kg. Okay, so PDS, priority households, Antyodaya Anna Yojana households. Apart from it, we have the non-beneficiaries. They also get the food grains from the PDS shops, but they will get at a rate of 15 rupees per kg only. So the targeted PDS used to cover these two sections of the households. Now this new scheme, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, it will cover both the categories. That means Antyodaya Anna Yojana family households and priority households both will be covered under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, which means they will get now double the food grains which they were getting earlier. So how will it help the poor migrant workers? First of all, this scheme, it will help around 80 crore people, which is roughly 2/3 of the India's population. And the central government is also working on One Nation, One Ration Card initiative so that the scheme can be made more systematic. And that is the reason people want to get the new ration card, because the central government is working on this initiative of One Nation, One Ration Card. So we have already read that 5 kgs of wheat or rice per individual they will get, and 1 kg of pulses, which is now changed to chana because of the delivery issues. Okay, delivery time was greater for the pulses due to the milling of pulses, so now they have changed it to chana. So each one of them, they will be provided double of their current entitlement. That means they were already getting something under their targeted PDS scheme, but now over and above that they will get double the amount. And this additional quantity of food grains, it will be free of cost. Now what is the problem in this scheme? So there are not many problems. Of course, there are structural and infrastructural issues. See, demand is not an issue. Why demand is not an issue? Because there has been massive reverse migration due to the coronavirus pandemic, especially in states like UP and Bihar, where all the laborers or laborer migrants, they have returned to their states. But the issue is that many of these returnees, they will be outside the purview of the National Food Security Act, and which has a further component of targeted PDS, which is used in this scheme. We know that National Food Security Act has other provisions as well, like the midday meal scheme. Then we have integrated child development services, and one part is targeted PDS, which is also used for this scheme. Now, many of the beneficiaries of NFSA, the number of those beneficiaries, that is calculated using Census 2011 data. Now, there was a recent study by some researchers that said that if we use the Census 2011 data, that will exclude around 108 million eligible Indians from the purview of National Food Security Act. So if people are getting excluded from the National Food Security Act, that means they will get excluded from the targeted PDS system scheme. Therefore, they will get excluded from this new scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. And this exclusion, it was highest in UP and Bihar, especially because many people have migrated and now they are coming back, so they were not covered under this census, so they will be excluded. So this is one problem. Apart from it, there are some structural problems due to which distribution is hampered. Okay, in June, I guess 71% of the food grains were distributed. So these are some of the problems. So now you know all the benefits of the scheme, which section of society it is covering, who are the beneficiaries, the targeted PDS system, Antyodaya Ann Yojana households and the priority household sections. Both of them they are covered. And what are the problems? That people who are returning, they will be excluded from its purview because the data which is used is census 2011 data. Okay, and which does not cover everyone, and it also excludes 108 million eligible Indians. Therefore, this scheme is not covering everyone, but even though it's excluding some section, it is a huge initiative and it's the world's largest food security scheme, and we should all hail this step. So that is it for today. We will also discuss National Food Security Act targeted PDS system in another lecture. So I hope you like the lecture, and if you do, then please don't forget to like this video and do comment and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for listening and have a very good day.